Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush, adrenaline rush. Come on. So what you wanna do? Get another kilo. You wanna sweat it, but you ain't got no flow. I'm on your TV, kicking up your radio. I'm on your video, mashing up your disco. You know when I come down, I come rough. I need no permission cause I'm in the right position now. You know when I come down, I come rough. So feel the vibe of the adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now.
Hey folks, the Checkered Flag Talk Show here. We're on site at the beautiful Boathouse Bar and Grill right here in beautiful Nice. Great show today. This is all to benefit the homeless children of Lake County. We're going to get started with some great guests, but right now we have the Bud Light girls, is it? Is that correct?
Yes.
How are you? Thanks for coming out, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you
right
for
on.
having
Yeah.
us.
So what you guys are out here to help support this right now, and so what are some of the things that you're doing?
We're just walking around, talking to everybody that's here, watching the race, and yeah, just having a good time, drinking some beer.
Right on. So what are these here that you're giving away right now? Those little dollar bills, or?
These are $1 off Bud and Bud Light.
Okay,
So.
cool. Right on. Well, I appreciate you two coming out. So, you know, one of my big questions is you guys do this all over the place. You're actually from Ukiah.
Yes.
So how did you get started in something like this?
Basically, the local Budweiser wanted to add an extra attraction and just do something fun, and so we started doing some Bud Girls.
Right on. How many of you are there?
There's about 5 of us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, you definitely add some spice to the party.
We do our best.
Yes, yes, you do.
Try.
Yes. So, coming up, we have a raffle. It's going to be for a 55-inch screen TV. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there's other stuff being given away too.
Yes, we saw some wine out there and some shirts and
Sweet.
bags. Yeah.
So, do you come with any of the prize, or? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it's a family show. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming out, you two. I gotta get your names.
My name's Renee.
My name's Jen.
Well, there you have it. Well, thanks for being on the show, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your stay here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
All right, thank you. Back to the Checkered Flag Talk Show here. We just had the beautiful Bud Light girls. We have Ron McConaughey back. It's great to have you back, Ron. I don't know how many people know this, but Ron is a veteran, if you will, of the Checkered Flag Talk Show. You covered about 20 episodes with us.
Yes.
And it was a lot of fun, man. We miss you. But, you know, you're doing some cool stuff now, and you're actually back in the diecast store pretty good. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we have the Jimmy Johnson 2010, the snowmobile car that actually has the blown left rear tire that you can see that they simulated. It's half on, half off, and it has the confetti on the car that you can see on the car. It's a pretty good simulation of the car. And
can I hold it here?
Yeah, you can actually hold it.
The front, oh yeah, it does have the confetti on it, but get a close up. Okay.
All the way into your hand and just stick it there and it says, Paul, I can read it, I can the chrome on the grill.
Yes, the chrome on the grill. That's our illustrious cameraman you hear behind the scenes there, doing a great job here at the beautiful Boathouse Bar and Grill. This is it is a pretty detailed car, number 48. So what does something like this sell for?
That particular car sells for $60, and it is extremely limited. It was limited to one of 707 pieces. So there is one of them available at the Boathouse Grill today. We will be here till approximately about 5 o'clock if you want to stop by, or you can reach us at area code 707-350-4671, and you can leave a message for us, and we will get back to you.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. I really appreciate that, Ron. So you've restarted your diecast store. Is that what you're doing right now? You're in partnership with somebody, or?
No, we're just doing it for fun. I'm helping out somebody who has about 520 cars that he's clearing out. We do have access to all the 2010 cars and 2011 cars, and we're just doing it for fun is all we're doing. And we're just doing as we want and hit hitting various shows, and we're just doing what we want to do in the area, and we're talking about going down to Southern California and doing shows down there and stuff, what we want to do.
Cool. You're going to kind of go on site on racetracks and where some of the major races are happening?
No, we're just going to do various shows as we see fit and what time allows us to do. We're just doing it for fun.
Right on.
And whatever he can fit into his schedule. And, you know, I'm going along just to help him.
Not to interrupt you, that's a great story, but you can hear the people hooting and hollering in the background. We've got the Daytona 500 happening on the screen right in behind us, and it's actually been quite a race. Have you been able to catch any of it?
I've seen some of it. Jeff Gordon got taken out early in the race.
Yes, he did.
Thanks to Michael Waltrip.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, when the bar gets noisy, it means that Junior's making progress.
Yeah, I think we're on, and my understanding is we're on the last 30, I think probably in the last 20 laps, I think. Something like
probably
that.
About 15 laps.
15 laps left to go right now.
And on the outside TV, everybody's gathering around, so that must mean Junior's making progress. And from the sounds of the inside, Junior's making progress as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Well, thank you so much for being on, Ron. I really appreciate it. It's great to have you back. Hopefully we can get you back in the studio to kind of do a little reunion with us, man. Maybe one day you can get on there. Yeah, I'd like to see you, man. Yep. You never know with Ron McConnell, you know?
You never know where I'll be.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much, Ron, for being on the show. Thank you. All right. Hey, we're back here, the Checkered Flag Talk Show. We've been here most of the day today. This is the Daytona 500 party that Johnny Miskill does every year. A great party we have here. The race car behind us. I've got Bob Strauss. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing really good,
glad to be here. Hey,
Shannon.
Nadine. Thanks for coming out again. Hi.
Nice to see you
Thanks for having us as guests.
This is times two. Yeah, well, you know, we had you as guests before in the studio. Only this time it'll be taped.
All right. We thought we did
So, hey,
last
it's great
time.
to have you two out here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the cool stuff that's happening at Ukiah Speedway this year. I'm hearing there's all kinds of new stuff happening, so take it away.
Take it away, Nadine.
Oh, you're going to let Nadine do that, huh?
I want to say one thing for Mike Doss, who is the kind of the godfather of these late model cars. He wanted to tell everybody that Legends are awesome, and their late model guys are all getting into Legend cars. So we're going to have a completely new kind of venue this year during the Legend car races at Ukiah Speedway. And we were at his shop yesterday, and I want to tell you, he's got 10 of the most beautiful Legend cars there you've ever seen.
Wow.
So we expect a huge field of Legends, and a lot of the late model guys are getting into that along with their late model cars.
So these Legends are going to be part of the late model cars.
Well,
they're going to be part of the class of ABLM.
That group of cars that are going from track to track are also going to bring the Legend cars with them. And I told them I would mention that, and I want to tell you, I think that as a spectator, you ought to be looking towards that. When the late models are there, we're going to have great Legend car races also. And a lot of those great late model heroes are going to be driving those Legend cars. So we expect it'll really be great. And when the Legends of Pacifics are there, which is the group that comes in that we normally have for Legend cars other than the normal Saturday night guys, it ought to be awesome. So we're looking forward to a really neat year of that.
Right on.
Take it away, Nadine.
Well, wait a minute, real quick before we get, I hate to interrupt you, but before we get started, this stuff that happens here is sponsored, and I want to make sure to give them a shout out. If it wasn't for S&K Automotive, located at 1765 Main Street in Lakeport, we wouldn't be able to do this. Going in and tell Lauren, I said, hi, Lauren kids races himself, and I believe Lauren does too, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
they normally run modified cars now, and they have some really good cars, and actually the last time I worked with Darren and Lauren, they won the race, so
right on.
That was really good. And
our
I
next
had
sponsor is another one you may know, you'd be familiar with, is Fast Lube Plus.
Yep.
Also another late model driver. Fast Lube Plus is located at 765 State Street right there in Ukiah. I'd like to thank them very much for taking care of our bills here at the Checkered Flag Talk Show.
Good.
So,
that's
Nadine,
great.
finally, it's your turn.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yes.
Well, like Bob said, that the late models are coming 6 times this year. They were only there 3 times last year, and when they come, they will have the Legend cars. And I mean, we're going to have an awesome field this year of late models and Legend cars. But one of the special things we're doing this year is the Tri-Track Modified Challenge, which is a challenge, a race series between Lakeport, Eureka, and Shasta.
No, Ukiah, not Lakeport.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Start over.
Ukiah, Shasta, and Eureka.
Well, that's okay. Many people don't know. Maybe people already know that you guys spent 30 some odd years at Lakeport.
We did.
So
We spent
it's only natural for to have that to come out of your
we
voice.
did 35 years at
Yeah,
Lakeport now,
exactly.
and we retired from Lakeport in 2007, and now we're doing Ukiah Speedway, which is a very interesting racetrack over there, and we're trying to bring it up to speed. And so the modified challenge is going to be there. It's very exciting because we're going to have cars from all over coming to these races. They're looking forward to it, and it's going to be a really a great thing at Lakeport. We're also going to have Thunder Roadsters this year a couple times on the the holiday weekends, and we've got a
when you said Lakeport
things.
when you said that out of your mouth for 35 years, it's kind of hard to not.
But she meant Ukiah.
I know she did. I know she did.
I
It's
do
okay.
this all the time. I mean, we were with Lakeport for so many years. Now we're with Ukiah, and it's very
I
hard
said it
to
on the
get
microphone, Nadine, remember?
He did.
I've done it. I've done it live on the microphone out there. Hey, right here at Lakeport Speedway, and I did vice versa. When I was I did the same thing over there. So it's
yeah, Lakeport is kind of like over there on the other side of the lake, and we're over there on the other side of the mountain. And it's a different change, but it's very exciting. And next year we're looking forward to a new racetrack, so hopefully that'll happen.
Right.
And we're going to have Shannon back as our announcer, and Bob's going to be back as our head tech.
I get to work with Nadine again as my boss.
Yes, he does. I get to
pray
tell
for
him
me,
what
people,
to do.
please.
It's wonderful to tell him.
No, it's fun to work with her. It really is.
And I'll be the race director, and I'm the business manager of the Ukiah Speedway. So we'll have a lot of fun, and hopefully everybody will come to Ukiah. I know it's a little bit over the hill, but you know it's worth it. Come on over there and watch. It's very worth it.
It really is, and just. I like to say this is a great thing we're doing out here too. Despite the snow and the cold, I mean, this is just an awesome thing out here that we got our beer to keep us warm, though, that Johnny does out here. What do you think about all this, Nadine? Is this your first year doing this?
No, this is my second year here with Johnny. As a matter of fact, he used to live in our house down in the lake where we live now, and he had his Daytona party over there for several years, and now he's had to move because we moved into that house, and he moved out. He had to move it down here.
Oh.
Johnny Miskill, spelled Miskill.
Somebody misspelled on the didn't they? Yes, they did. Yeah, okay.
On the banner. But he's a wonderful person, the best flagman in all of the state of California. He'll be flagging at Ukiah Speedway this year, and also with the Airport Auto Brokers late models. So he's the best. Come just to watch Johnny. A lot of girls do.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, they do. Yeah, we had the Budweiser girls here earlier, which was a lot of fun.
I saw that.
Yes,
they were cool.
Yes, they were looking pretty cool, weren't they?
They were good.
Well, you can't say that on your.
They gave me my necklace here, and
they did, huh? Oh,
gave me this great little can
I got
opener.
one too,
They were
as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
and the can opener myself.
Yeah,
and
And there's Johnny now.
Johnny Miskill right behind us. He's been, he's actually been in there calling all the action with the raffles. No, that's okay. We got Johnny's backside on TV.
Johnny, my number. My number is 542. I wish he'd call that number. Johnny, 542.
And 541.
I haven't had any of mine called yet. Yeah, so anyway, what do you guys think of this whole thing they're doing here? And there's a 55-screen-inch TV being raffled off, too, I'm sure. And it's going to the homeless kids, and that's an awesome thing.
Well, not the TV, is it? The TV's going to the shop. He wins it. But
The proceeds.
Yes.
The proceeds, the proceeds.
Yeah, Johnny's done a good
We didn't win a bottle of wine, but we're shooting for that TV.
Oh, you're shooting for the TV.
Along with 100 other people or 150 other people that are here.
Well, you guys already got several plasma screens in your house. You're shooting
we got
more?
a couple.
I only got one
but that's
plasma.
okay.
The rest
you only got one.
We need another one. He needs one for his shop.
Hi, Mike Doss.
For the bathroom, like on MTV.
Come right over here in the picture for a minute.
We're going to have him on a little later, though, actually.
This is Mike Doss.
Mike Doss on later.
Airport Auto Brokers, late models.
I'm Coors Light.
Which is absolutely,
I see how it is. Okay, we're going to have him on a little bit later, though, actually. We're going to interview him a little later. Mike Doss.
We're having fun, and we did the legend car thing already. We said they were great.
Badass.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we did. We didn't say those exact words because we're on public access TV. So, yeah.
No, they did look badass. They did.
As you can tell, we're having a really good time at the Daytona party. So,
So, hey, what did you guys think about the speaking of Daytona, let's talk about Daytona. What did you guys think about that race and that 20-year-old kid in the end? I was pretty proud of him for taking it home.
That was great.
Yes, it was.
I mean, honest to God,
awesome.
when they ran the 150s, and him and Jeff Gordon got together, and you got this new kid that's never been there before, and he was doing such a great job. It is just absolutely astounding, amazing that this kid could possibly win the Daytona 500. That was awesome. I mean, that was awesome.
You know, we've been to the
for his 20th birthday. That was a great birthday present too.
I mean, it's just like unheard of and neat. I mean, that was just so cool.
That's great.
Right.
So that's what I think. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed the race. I mean, they had quite a few accidents too. So I mean, they had the couple of
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah, welcome to Daytona.
Yes, welcome to Daytona, and of course, more kind of on a somber moment. This was the 10-year anniversary that we lost beloved Dale Earnhardt. So that was a very, very unique circumstance that we're having this party this year. Number 3, baby. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
And that was the first year that we didn't go to Daytona. I was so glad that we didn't go to Daytona that year. Because we'd been there every year since 1981, and so we were kind of happy we didn't go that year. It was very, very sad.
Right.
But this party here today is just awesome.
Yes, it does, and the 3 does live on. It really
3
does.
lives on, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
It's almost like he never. I hope I'm not stepping out of turn using this analogy, but it's almost like he never left. It's almost like he never did pass away. You know, it's almost like he never left.
Well, he's there in spirit.
I know.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously.
I mean, you can tell from the people that participate that
Look
it's
at all
a big
the
deal.
T-shirts this year of people. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them that have the number 3 on their shirt.
He's got the number 3 too. I don't have the number 3, but I am representing the upcoming racers.
See, there he is, right
7 and
there,
7, baby.
Right there, right
Yeah,
there.
my little buddy here.
Eddie Earnhart.
Yeah.
Yep.
I represent him. He's one of the upcoming racing stars, and we've had him on our show before. And we've had you. Well, actually, your son was on our show twice. Yeah, he was a returning
now the old
champion.
man's going to be there later.
He was that popular. Yeah, and you're going to be on a little bit later with us with a headset too. So
Sure.
All right, man.
Anyway,
we look forward to that.
We got about another 8 or 9 weeks before our local racing starts, and we're really looking forward to this year. It's going to be a difficult year financially. Everybody knows that. Gas prices are way up. We don't know where the gas is for racing cars yet. Last year it was $7.50 a gallon. We're kind of anticipating maybe 10. And, your tow vehicles, I'd say 80-90% of the tow vehicles that come into the pits are on diesel. And the last diesel I bought was $3.75 a gallon. So it's going to be a difficult year.
Yeah, but it'll make it.
And I've never seen quite as much activity at Ukiah Speedway as I have this year. I see all these guys that are really, into coming over there. We got a couple of new divisions that we're starting. I mean, we're doing, what do you call them?
Four bangers.
Four bangers.
Okay.
Four bangers.
Cars.
And
Really
one of the
exciting.
things that a lot of people don't know, unless they watched the last show that we were on, but we are actually, we have made a kind of a significant move towards rebuilding Ukiah Speedway.
I was going to ask you about that. You guys are actually going to be, are actually going to be widening the track. Is that it? Making it a lot bigger, or
if things
go,
if things go the way we anticipate, but we got a problem. I mean, everybody knows that the economy is kind of,
and Governor Brown actually
struggling
kind of
right now, and Governor Brown is kind of on the racetrack.
He kind of put a poo-poo on that, didn't he?
But we've actually got a $2.3 million project.
Real quick, no disrespect. This is not necessarily the opinion of the Checkered Flag Doctrine. No disrespect to our politicians. I don't want to say that.
No.
Of course,
But
I wanted to put
you're,
that out there.
You have a difficult situation. Let's face it. There's more places to spend money than there's money.
Yeah.
But
and he's got to cut corners somehow, like we all do. So that's understandable.
Right. But we need to get into the budget that's already been passed for the next year, and we've got a $2.3 million project that we have gotten people from the community to come in and donate their time, their money, their effort, and we can do this $2.3 million project for about $700,000. So if we can get the fairgrounds, and the fair board is definitely on board, but we have to somehow find the funding to be able to fund this project, and we are like maybe it's a bad timing, but we really need this thing to go through.
It's going to happen.
We need this new project.
He's got to have faith. Yeah,
we're very positive about it. We've got a great project, and if it goes through, Ukiah Speedway will be one of the best racetracks in the north part of the state, maybe the best racetrack.
Now, I'm hearing, rumor has it that if all this takes place, you guys may have said this before, correct me if I'm wrong, but there may be a chance that some kind of NASCAR sanction will be something with NASCAR rookie.
It's already a done deal. I mean, we will have the Napa sponsored K&N series at Ukiah if we get the racetrack.
Wow.
So if we can...
That is huge, folks. That's huge.
That is huge.
Yeah.
And if we can produce the new racetrack, that means TV time. That means a lot of really neat stuff is going to happen.
Yeah, Speed Channel picks them up about once or twice a month, so it may even be Speed coming out there to Ukiah Speedway.
Oh, sure, they'll be there.
Yeah, they'll be there for that race.
Unfortunately, K&N will probably have their own announcer, though.
Unfortunately.
I think I'll have to probably step aside for him. No, they have their own traveling announcer. They do.
Of course they do.
I know the guy. I know the guy. I know the guy myself anyway.
Right.
So, yeah.
So anyway, if that happens, if the projected project, which is supposed to take place in September, if they can finance it, we have got a project. We have got a racetrack. It will be absolutely the neatest racetrack you've ever seen. I can anticipate this thing with the NASCAR participation and everything else. It's going to be great.
Right.
We're ready for it. So that's all coming. Even though the economy is kind of having a tough time right now, we have got a project. We have got a situation. We feel that, we're in a great spot right now, and we're anticipating that happen in September. So we hope it does. I mean, we're doing everything we can to make that happen.
I think it's going to happen, and you know what? Ukiah Speedway is going to be the place to be. And David Furia, I am praying for you.
Nadine.
Wait a minute. We're going to edit that, right? That'll be edited.
That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good thing.
So,
okay, we'll leave it at that.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll leave it at that.
Nadine, you're going to get me kicked off air.
No, I'm not.
All this stuff is, I mean...
It's racing politics, folks. It's stuff you don't see.
Let me tell you how it is.
And you watch the cars go by.
Let me tell you how it is. It's like taking the dice in your hand, making a bid for it, and rolling the dice. And, there's a lot of things that can work and a lot of things that don't. So you just have to see. Everybody has their spot in the racing world. So we're all taking our spot, and we're trying to do the best we can with what we got.
Late models, that's the way to go.
Yes, it is.
Auto Brokers late models and the Legend cars.
Yep, Legend cars right behind us, and just a
Tri-track modified challenge, like Ukiah Speedway.
Yeah, which is something that we need to talk about, which we haven't really mentioned. Nadine mentioned it earlier. But this Tri-Track Challenge sounds like it's really coming along, and it's going to be really great.
Now that we're on the subject, explain a little bit what the Tri-Track Challenge is. Tongue twister.
Well, basically what we've done is we've gotten together with Eureka and Shasta and Ukiah Speedway, and we've created a series for the modified drivers. And what's going to happen is that when there is a series race, at your racetrack, then the other racetracks will be blacked out. So those people that normally run modifieds at those racetracks will be able to participate in the Tri-Track Challenge. So we're anticipating some really good stuff there, and we've already gotten some input from some guys that are not involved in those three racetracks, but normally run down in the the Stockton, Roseville area, and those people are very interested in it also. So we're anticipating some really great stuff there.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited, and what's going to happen is there is only one race at Eureka. And you have to remember that at Eureka, they don't have modifieds on a normal basis. So they don't have a division to draw from other than from outside the area. But modified racing at Eureka has always been great. A lot of people love to go there. It's one of the best modified racetracks there is on the in the North State. So we are anticipating that. But we also are anticipating the guys from Shasta who have 2 races and the guys from Ukiah who have 3 races involved in this thing. Yeah. Now, if each place you know, if you can just get 4 or 5 cars from each of those racetracks each night, plus your regular cars, you'll have a great field of race cars, and it'll be absolutely neat. Now, if you also join those people that are from the Stockton, Roseville area, and you bring them in there, it's going to be
even that much
It's
better.
going to be great for the racing. It's going to be great for the spectators. So we're really pumped on that one.
Sweet. So are you going to bring a lot of people already know the name Bob Strauss, and they know you've raced before. We've had you talked about that before. Are you going to bring your car out at all this year to do kids rides and rides this year?
Yeah, I think as long as it's everything I got is for sale, but if I don't sell the 2-seater modified, I will.
Well, you're going to try to sell the mouse?
No.
I would hate to. No.
I would sell it.
No, don't. Please
if somebody
don't sell the
came
mouse.
along, I would sell it.
Oh, you can't sell the mouse, man. That's,
Nadine says no.
Nadine says no.
But anyway,
The mouse is not for sale.
got lots of race car parts, lots of good cars for sale.
Right.
But anyway, you know, I will bring it out. And just like last year, we did a couple of days at Ukiah, and we had a great turnout, and we gave some rides. You got a ride?
Yes, I did, and it was fun.
It was really awesome for a whole lot of people. And, you know, when you sit in the grandstands, you don't have a feel for what it's really like to be in a race car.
You really don't, and I'm telling you what, it was the most exhilarating thing I've ever been through. I know I used to have a problem understanding the concept of racing for little to no money. Once I got in that car and I got to ride in it and I got to feel the exhilaration, sheer exhilaration and the adrenaline, now I know why you guys do what you do. It's just an awesome feeling.
It has nothing to do with money.
No,
I mean,
obviously not.
As many people may think that, you know, you're racing for money. You are not racing for money. You're all a bunch of show-offs, and you're racing for the pride of winning. It's not about money.
Well, I've seen some guys go places, like, for instance, Derek Thorne. Derek Thorne was a Ukiah and Lakeport local native, and he's definitely gone places.
Yeah, Derek is great, and Derek really, he probably is one of the guys that has a possibility of going who knows where. I mean, there's always up the ladder. There's always some step in racing that you can improve your position. So we're all hoping for Derek. Derek does a really great job. Derek did a great job in the North State, which is now Airport Auto Brokers late models, and now he's down in more in the Bakersfield, LA area, and he's doing some really good stuff there. We saw him on TV a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, the guy definitely has talent.
Right on. So, hey, we're gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you being here. Real quick, before we get to our next guest a little later, I want to ask you when our first race is. We open up on April 2nd. Is
April
that correct?
2nd is our first race. Then that will be at Airport Auto Brokers late models race, as long as the Legend cars and all the other divisions. So come on out.
Provided our weather is,
Oh, weather will be.
It'll be okay.
It'll be perfect for you.
80 degrees and the sun will be shining.
Ukiah Speedway, the place to race. Come on out there and join us. Now the food is being served here at Johnny's Daytona 500 party, so we're going to go eat.
Yep, I am too, and we will be right back with Mike Doss, the man that was here a little bit ago. We'll be back with Mike Doss and talk about AABLM and the new stuff happening with that. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Jenny.
All right.
Thank you, Shannon.
All right, we'll be right
Hello.
back.
Okay.
Darren, you're a proud owner of a 55-inch TV. You won the TV.
You can get that. Turn that on. You can get it.
Yep, you won. I don't know how I'm going to get over to give it to you because it won't fit in my car. It's a pretty big box. We'll put it at the boathouse, and I get. Let me talk to you later. I'm getting ready to go on TV right now.
You're on TV. You're on TV, man. Oh, you scared? Are you
here? Tell us how you.
It's hard to hear you.
You're on TV right now in front of a microphone. Tell us how you feel about winning the 55-inch TV, man.
Well, it's I don't know. It's like I didn't think I was, but.
You think Johnny was pulling a prank on you or something?
What?
You think Johnny was pulling a prank on you?
Oh, I kind of thought so, but then I could hear the seriousness in his voice when I called back, and I'm happy.
No, I'm glad you won.
Right on, man. It couldn't have went to a better person.
Tell Nana that she sold you the ticket, so tell her she did a great job.
Right.
All right, I will do so, and
Let me call. I'll call. Keep your phone on you, and I'll call you back in here in a few.
all right, Johnny.
All right, good job, buddy. Thank
All
you
right,
so
Darren.
much, huh?
All right.
Bye.
No problem. Bye.
We on? And that was Darren Silva, the winner of the 55-inch TV. Couldn't have went to a better person. Johnny Miskill, you're finally here.
Oh, my
You've been
gosh.
so busy. We finally got a chance for you to, clapping already, finally got a chance for you to be on the thing here. And Doss is with us, too. But, Doss, you took half our set with us, man. You had to take the car back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's starting to get dark, and I need to load that thing up.
Right on. Well, hey, thanks for coming. And this was just a great great thing we had today, Johnny. I saw the tears welling up in your eyes, and for good reason. It was a very good. I'm glad I came this year. It was a very good cause and very good show. Doss, thanks for coming out and bringing your car and all that. I want to talk to you a little bit. You know, we had your son on a little while ago, and you race yourself.
Yeah.
And we got some really cool stuff happening with AAPLM this year. Tell us about it. We have a new class. You have a new class, don't you?
Right. Yeah, we're going to have the Legend cars run with our late model series. I'm really excited about that. Actually provoked by my son, believe it or not.
Whoa.
Yeah. He really wanted to run with us because he's an integral part of my late model racing and the late model series as a whole. I think he's probably one of the most respected spotters, believe it or not, in our series, as well as, just overall liked by all.
He's a very likable kid.
Unlike me, he doesn't have the attitude and the.
But you're a promoter, so you have to have that. I guess you're a promoter, so it kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, well, I've been this way long before I was a promoter.
Oh,
let me tell you, long before I told you. Well, but we're excited. We're gonna have.
We're on TV.
We're gonna have.
We're on TV.
Yeah.
It's
a family show.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have Legends race with us. I think we have 10 to 12 cars gonna run with our group, and they're gonna tag along with all the local shows that we run at.
That's cool.
So they're gonna basically move the fields that they have, like 14, 15 cars, to 20 plus. So it's gonna be great. The addition to Roseville this year for us as a series is going to be quite awesome. Ukiah Speedway is going to be our home track. We're going to run 6 times there, twice at Roseville, twice at Shasta, and twice at Eureka. So it's going to be really fun. And the way that we got our schedule done, thanks to a lot of the promoters and myself, basically 2 races a month.
Cool.
Which
When's
should
your first
make it
race start?
April 2nd at Ukiah Speedway.
Oh, so you're going to be the opening night there. Cool.
You bet. Of course, with the Legends also.
Right.
But
your kid racing a Legend?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As
we talked
so
about that on the show, actually.
Yeah. So am I as well.
Oh,
I'm actually stepping out of the late model and going to race Legends with my son.
Oh, wow. So are you going to have someone ride? What's going to happen to your car? Are you going to let it sit, or is someone going to race it for you?
Actually, Trevor Christiani is going to drive my car for me this year.
Okay.
Which I'm really excited about. I think he's a really good shoe at 16 years old. He's got a lot of experience, believe it or not, at 16, and I think he's going to do a great job.
Yes, he races an actual tour car, doesn't he?
Yeah, he raced with the SRL, I think, once.
Right.
He ran the modified series at All-American Speedway.
He's been on our show twice also.
So, with many championships and go-karts and everything else, I think it's going to be pretty awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right. That's my security right there. Standing right there.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah, my security.
Awesome.
You're on TV, Hector?
Yeah. Security, yeah.
Very good.
I have to come with
If I get out of line and start smacking him around, you going to do something about it?
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
No. Yeah, so anyway, that's really cool, man. Really? Well, Johnny's got a lot of clout here, too.
Yeah, Johnny. Are you cold?
No.
No?
Not at all.
She probably thought he was cold. It's a little chilly. We got a lot of snow around. Give me how much snow we got around this area.
Wow. Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing.
Right. Well, right on, man. I really appreciate you coming out, and obviously coming out to this good cause. Man, it's just an awesome thing to be out here. And what did you think of real quick before I let you go, your thoughts on the race in Daytona 500? We've touched on that a little bit today.
Honestly, my feeling on it was quite boring race. I was very tickled that Trevor Bain won.
I was too. It was 1-year-old young kid.
I love to see our youth coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, and I'm only 39 years old. Not to talk about my age, but I'm done with racing.
I'm old enough to be his dad.
So I hate to say it, is that the youth are what's going to produce all our newest racers and everything else, and that's one of the things I look forward to. With our Legends division, we have the possibility of having 4, 5, 6, 13, 14-year-old kids racing, which to me is the future of racing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that's going to keep the late models going and everything else with the current people that we have.
And what a better way to celebrate his 20th. He was his 20th birthday,
20
man.
years
Young
old.
kid.
I know. Jesus.
Not even old to go out and celebrate. Not even old enough to go out and celebrate.
He can't even have a drink.
He can't even go have a drink to celebrate his race.
I bet you he'll have a drink.
Oh, yeah, you know he will. Yeah, you know.
I bet you will.
Yeah.
Even though.
Keep it on the hush-hush.
Yeah, he turned 20 on yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Day after Earnhart's death.
Yeah.
And it was the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, that's another moment I touched on earlier. This is a very somber day as well. We're not only celebrating a youngster out there that won the race, but also we're celebrating the life. It's been 10 years now since we lost Dale Earnhardt. Very unfortunate accident.
Well, I got a question for you. What do you think about the fact that Trevor Bain's not a full-time NASCAR guy?
That's the thing.
And actually registered with the Busch Series.
Yeah.
I mean, and so
I think that
wow.
they're probably going to feel
They're
that.
gonna pick him up now. I bet. They better.
I think
after
they've
this,
got no choice but to continue on with racing. It looks to me.
Yeah,
He leads the points championship now. It's going to be up in the air. I mean, until he fades out of the top 5.
Right.
If he does.
I was talking to Ron McCullough. Who's the team that let him go? There was a team that had him before, and I said, boy, they're probably kicking themselves right now.
Well, what's funny is that he drives in the Busch Series for, I believe, Roush.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So I mean, he's very well affiliated.
He's not even mainstream NASCAR, is he?
No, he runs in that. Well, I guess it's not the Busch. It's Camping World.
Right.
Whatever, but
I guess he
but I mean,
is,
it's still. I mean, he's affiliated with Roush.
Wow.
I mean, so it's like for him to go and drive the 21 car that I mean, it's like wow.
For the Daytona and the Daytona 500 of all things.
And a win.
I can understand something like the Subway or one of those smaller ones, but the Daytona 500 is the biggest one. I mean, that's huge.
Not too many people get an opportunity to win that the first time out.
Right.
Even though he watched him all week long. I watched him in the 125 races, and he was he hooked up with Gordon, and somehow he came back from like 38th position and moved himself up into contention to lead, and teamed up with Gordon again before the Michael Waldrop big accident that took up half the field. But it's pretty amazing to me to see a 19-year-old kid. I mean, like I said, there's guys out there that are 50 years old now that have never even had the opportunity to even come close to win it.
It is amazing, and I agree with Doss.
Which is killer too.
It is amazing that the kid that won, and I agree with Doss. So I mean, despite the kid winning, that was the highlight of it. The race wasn't as exciting. Last week's race was more exciting than the Daytona 500. That's my opinion.
I was beginning to wonder, was there a race today?
Last weekend's race was more exciting than the Daytona 500.
Right. You know, and the thing is that 2-car draft deal, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, Daytona, the bumps and everything else. I mean, I think NASCAR, what they need to do is probably put a harder tire on the cars.
And then they slow down the cars too.
Well, but I think the harder tire would make them lift in the corners and make them disconnect, and I think it would make better racing.
Yes.
I think they brought, with the smooth surface, they brought too good a tire. They probably could have run all day long on it. And, I mean, truthfully, I think that's what made it as boring as it was. Although, like I said, the last instance there with Trevor Bain pushing out there and being able to stay ahead of Carl Edwards of all people.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a huge thing, staying ahead of Carl Edwards.
It's like, wow. I mean, I thought for sure that Carl Edwards was going to pull out and sling around him, and it was going to be all over for him with the white flag, but he was able to maintain, and that was awesome.
Well, you know what else they did too? I was reading on NASCAR.com earlier this week, is they actually put restrictor plates and slowed the cars down.
They did, but they didn't.
They were going 2-0. They didn't?
Well,
they ended up not doing it because they were going 206 at one.
No, they did. They did slow them down, but they're still over 200 miles an hour. I mean, Clint Boyer ran a 200+ mile an hour lap in the race, so it's
they were running at a 206 is what they were saying on the site website. Right. They were running at 206 miles per hour, and so they wanted to slow
down. And NASCAR don't want them to run 200. They'd much rather run around the 190, 180 area.
Right.
And it just makes it much safer for them and their spectators and everything else.
You bet. And and that's the thing is when the tracks get so fast that they can't race, that's when realistically, they need to make a change.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's no different for even our late model class. I mean, unfortunately, that's part of the problem that we have at Lakeport Speedway is our late models are too fast to really race there.
Right.
I mean, and that's one of the reasons why we're not going back. It's not a problem with the track or the promotion team or anything else. It's more of that the cars just don't race well there.
Right.
Because they go too fast. And we can't race side by side at the speeds that we're running. I mean, if you look at it, is that when I used to race North State Challenge there, I hold the track record at 11.696. Well, the late model class, which in my opinion is a lower, I don't want to say a lower level class, but a supposed to be a little slower car, and we're right at that same track record. So that tells you that the cars have evolved and the tires have evolved to where the track's just not evolved.
There's
for
not
what
a lot
we're
of
doing.
room at Lakeport anyway. There's a wall around it. There's no room to even begin to try to pass with those kind of quick
I think
cars
that's
too.
a problem in a lot of the classes they have over there right now is that they're just too competitive. The modified class, when you separate by 1, 2, 3 tenths and 18 cars, it just doesn't make for a great racing. I mean, you gotta do something out of the ordinary to make that pass to get around the guy that's in front of you.
You bet.
If they slow them down a little bit, then we can get the race. And that's just not Lakeport. I think it's a lot of places.
Right.
Unfortunately, at Lakeport, with the speeds, like I said, the speeds that we ran, it's very difficult to race. There's only a select few of us that were able to really master the place and who could get out on the outside and pass.
Does it make a good track like about this big around when you're going like 11.6?
Oh my God! When you come up,
the faster you go.
When you come up on a guy and you're doing 11, even in the 11.8s or something, and that guy's doing a 12.40. I mean, the closure rate is so fast, and it's so scary even to even fathom what you're coming up on.
You got nothing but wall around you too, so
and there's nowhere to go.
You're trying to stay around, so you have
exactly.
You have nowhere to. You've got no time for a reprieve or to try to get out of a situation when you've got a wall right there. That's the only place. That's the only place you can go.
You bet. And like I said, I mean, I am a fan of racing.
Right.
I hope to see.
But the fans love the crashes, though.
Right.
That is part of the reason. One of the big reasons they do go. I mean.
Well, you bet. You bet.
Well, they get their money's worth with us now, don't they? At times.
Hey, I won't say that our late model class hasn't had its days.
With Johnny dropping his flag.
But then again, we went to 2 open shows and had 3 cautions in a 250 lap. Of racing. I mean, that's pretty awesome if you ask me.
Yeah,
I've never heard of such a thing.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, we've had races that, man, I just wonder if we even belonged racing. But we've also had great races.
Me too.
but honestly, we've had some great racing too.
All in all, I think that the late model series with the Airport Auto Broker late model series has been awesome. For me, it's been since going back into the North State Challenge series when I got hired by Dane and continued on with them and into you, the changes I've seen in the class on what people believe in their cars and what their abilities to drive, and it's really turned around to be. I mean, we've gone a lot of laps.
Yeah.
I remember being in Eureka with 5 minutes to 11 and 15 laps to go, and someone spins to the infield, and I get on the radio and say, "Dude, you got to move, or this race is done." And just the cooperation that you get out of the drivers makes it that much more interesting for me as well as the fans to come and watch and enjoy the race. And that
it's really exciting to watch them too. I mean, it's very exciting to be up there on the microphone and seeing it from the
As a driver, as a spectator, as an official, because I've done all 3, I can tell you the late models put on, our Airport Auto Brokers late models put on an excellent race.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I can tell you that I've had more fun with this class and all the things that I've done, and not to discount my North State Challenge experience or my SRL experience, because I've had fun in different races with them as well. It's just the group of people that we have, whether it be officials, drivers, crews. I mean, they're just a great group of people to be with, and I think that's the biggest thing for me is that as a group we're awesome. I hate to say it like that, but we're awesome.
No, you are. Well, hey, thanks for coming, both of you. This is going to conclude the. This is going to wrap up our show today. It was a great show, Johnny. I mean, how many people did we had quite a few people show up here today.
I didn't look at the last time I looked at the ticket sale on the tickets that we gave out for the dinner. I think it was about 125, 130, which is we were like 89 last year. I want to talk about a little bit before we go here about the charity thing that we just got through doing. We just raised over $6,000 for homeless kids of Lake County, which Really, you know, it makes me really happy to know. And of course, we couldn't do it all without the people that bought tickets and enjoyed, you know, coming here and having a great time that we all had.
Yeah, you know. And
I can't wait till next year.
Yeah,
but I can take a rest.
I can't either. Well, thanks for coming out. And
thank you, Shannon.
Thank you. And,
so much.
You know, we've got a Checkered Flag talk show tomorrow night on the 21st. We got Logan Zampa.
I'm going to try to make it.
Yeah, hopefully you can.
I'm going to try to make it.
But we got Logan Zampa on the show, so I hope you make it.
Future legend driver.
Yes, we do have one on there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, thank you so much for coming out, both of you. That concludes the Checkered Flag. I want to thank my sponsors, S&K Automotive, located at 1765 in Lakeport.
Thank you, Lauren.
On Main Street.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Yeah, he also sponsored this too, didn't he? You mentioned his name.
No, he bought some tickets. You know, he
did?
He sold some tickets and bought some tickets for me. So.
And, of course, our final sponsor, Fast Lube Plus, located at 765 on State Street in Ukiah. Thank you so much. That's what makes the show happen here. Thank you. Good night.
All right,
Thank
thanks.
you.
All right.
Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now.